Feel the legs pushing up on the set. I'm feeling it. Feel the high that you get from the line. If you feel the rage of hell in the sky.
Alrighty, guys, let's do a little speculation here. So James Gunn released a photo of Zack Snyder working together. Everybody's in the uproar. Oh, the Snyderverse is coming back, and this and that and the third. So, if you're new to the channel, I'm going to give you guys some truths. And I'm going to talk to you what will probably happen, and what could happen, and what's not going to happen. So, let's get into this video, but also before you do this, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share. That helps me out with the algorithm. Let's get into this. This can mean many things. So let's go on with the option that's not going to happen. The Snyderverse. Live action. And hear the word I say, live action. I don't say nothing else but live action. That's not going to happen. Reason being, it's not because of James Gunn. It's not because people... Warner Bros. Ain't got that much money. A guy like Henry Cavill costs a lot of money. Ben Affleck costs a lot of money. Gal Gadot costs a lot of money now. Jason Momoa costs a lot of money. They're not going to do that. What I think they are going to do is they are probably going to venture into the animated department. What I mean is we're probably going to get an animated something for the Snyderverse. If it's the Justice League, if it's the Batman, if it's something, we will get an animated type of film from the Snyderverse. We don't know. That's what I see really happening for the Snyderverse. That's still good, but I know there's some fans out there want a live action. You go how to get over that, because Warner Brothers do not have the money right now for that right now. That's just a real talk and tell you right up the bat. Would I want a Justice League part 2 and part 3? Absolutely. And again, that's more content for Warner Brothers. That gives them more content for stuff like that, for them to air on HBO Max, or if they want to sell it off to Netflix, they can sell it off. They can help it with some of the debt. There's ways for them to do that. Now, with that being said, the second part that could happen is James Gunn's bringing Zack Snyder on board, because maybe he has an idea for a film that he only knows Zack can do. And again, these two have worked together before. A lot of people forget they worked on Dawn of the Dead. So if they worked together before, they could work together again. James could write a script, and he can direct it. Again, when you put these two together, there's usually some magic come out of it. You have Zack Snyder write something, you got Rebel Moon. That ain't shit. I don't care what nobody says. That was terrible. Part 1, part 2, part 3, I don't care how many parts they got. It was all bad. Army of the Dead was good. But again, Rebel Moon was a little bit too much for him. You could tell when it comes to world building, he's not that very good at it. He needs someone else there to kind of help him with that. By himself, he's not good. The Army of the Dead, I thought that was fine because, again, that's not too much world building because it's zombies. You're not getting too much in the lore, backgrounds. They're just fucking zombies. The alien aspect with Rebel Moon, you could tell he needed some help. He definitely needed some help. But with that being said, though, I do think they might have a film in works, probably from the DC studio block. Don't know what film. Some say Question. I think that's fine. Hell, a Watchmen. Something with Watchmen could be great too. We don't know. If you want my opinions, those type of films, again, now the question is, will it be set in the DC universe or will it be set in Elseworld? That's the bigger question. If you want my opinion, it could be Elseworld. Then again, he could be working on a Batman film, but it's Elseworld. I highly doubt that, but again, that could happen because he said he would love to come back to do a Dark Knight Returns type of style film. So we can look at that aspect too. There's many ways for this to go. If people expected the Snyderverse to come back, no. The only way it's coming back is animated. It's not coming back live action because, again, it's more cheaper to do an animated film than the live action film. Look at The Authority. The Authority film was supposed to happen. Live action. Guess what? Warner Bros. Like, oh, yeah, that's not happening because we're bleeding money. We ain't got the money for that. Do it animated. Can you make that animated under a $40 to $50 million budget? Yes, you can. You could get away with more with animated stuff than a live action. It's easy peasy. You could pay regular actors voice acting pay because they won't cost that much money. And again, you don't have to get these high tier actors. You get a regular known actor voice these characters, and all out there you go. Again, it's cheaper for an animated route to do than a live action. I mean, Stevie Wonder can see that. So, and I'm cool with that because if you ask me, we can get the stories done right, animated, And again, sell it to Netflix. They give them to Zack Snyder's Justice League, have them on it. If we see by the end of the year, if Justice League, this is the Zack Snyder version, not the live action Josh Whedon version, if that version is on Netflix, best believe they made a deal with Netflix to get the Snyderverse, which I think is a great idea, animated. So, but that's what I think. Now, I have a picture over here, the side picture with the other writers' room. I don't know what's going on with that. That's, like I said, he announced that maybe the early of 2023 or mid 2023. But remember, when that was announced, bear with me, Warner Brothers, they were in a bad pickle with their money, but they weren't bleeding money. The Flash didn't flop at the time. The Shazam didn't flop at the time. Aquaman, say what you want, did actually the best one, didn't flop at the time. None of those films flopped. Those films all flopped. Then also Joker flopped last year. So Warner Brothers is not in a good place with DC right now. So they're probably trying to figure out, all right, cool. You keep this after, you do what you want to do what you want to do. And I think also too, the reason that I haven't got this verified yet, I'm going to get my source to talk to that person and figure out this is true. I think the reason that he was doing Superman is because Warner Brothers probably straight up told him, look, you got to do this film. We have faith in you to do this film. If it does well, you can have it to somebody else, but you have to be the one to do this film. I think all these writers came in to help him out, but what I think happened is all this got blew up in his face because every film that has came out under his regime has flopped. Not his fault. But again, they have flopped. Joker flopped. Shazam flopped. Aquaman flopped. The biggest flop was The Flash. His hand was very hands-on with The Flash. That was a flop. That was a failure. I don't care what nobody says. That was on him. He was very hands-on. He came out to promote that film more than he promoted any other film. That was probably a bad idea. I knew that film was dead on arrival before it came out because all the reshoots they done before James Gunn got involved. That's where he screwed up at. I should have said, nah, let that burn. Let all of this burn, but he didn't. And the funny thing about it, the one that did well is the one they should have marketed well, was Aquaman. They barely marketed that film, and that film made more money than all the other DC films that were released in 2023. That's sad. And I actually enjoyed that film. If they marketed it well, it could have been a good success. I look at Aquaman, Lost Kingdom as Captain America, New World. Same way. Good, short, straight to the point. We're done. You can tell that's a corporate made film, but say what you want, how corporate it is. It got to the point. We got in and we got the hell out. That's exactly how it was. There was some hiccups there. You could tell this film was reshot like a mug, but it got the job done. Where Blue Beetle did not get the job done. It was a typical same old film. Same with The Flash was, you could tell that was reshot, recut, done to hell. They should have just kept it where it was. Just my opinion. But back to this though. I do believe James Gunn is bringing Zack Snyder in because it ain't looking good. It ain't really looking good. I have faith in the Superman film to be well received. I don't have faith for it to make that money. Because I didn't really think about it, and no one's really talking about it until it comes out. The Superman film is in the middle, I believe, of Jurassic World, the new film, and Fantastic Four. Somebody's not going to make no money. What's going on? Like, this is the problem with Warner Brothers. Their release date and their scheduling. Move this film somewhere where it can make money. You're really handicapping James Gunn where he's not going to make any money. You got Jurassic World that has proven to be a juggernaut box office. It doesn't matter if the film is good or not. They have always made over $500 million. Not once they have made less than that. Then you got Fantastic Four, Marvel. People are going to see that. And plus, they are going to promote that film when Robert Downey Jr., Dr. Doom will be in there. Trust me, believe you me, Dr. Doom will be in that film in these promotional trailers when it comes out. The trailer we saw was okay, but you know damn well they got Dr. Doom ready. They got Dr. Doom ready in May, in July, in June. So I'm like, what are y'all doing? Why are you handicapping this man? And it's getting worse. And then there's people coming out constantly saying, well, this film can do well. Okay, if it does well. Let's say it do well. How much money can it make? Because this film needs to make $1 billion. I don't care what nobody says. It needs to make $1 billion. Because people say, "Oh, the budget is only 150." No, it's not. It's $200 million. Because again, the reshoots are not taken in. Y'all really have to sit down and analyze this very well. I have faith when it comes to Superman. It's going to do well, reception-wise, Rotten Tomato-wise. It does not matter. Receptionally, I don't think it's going to have a problem. It's the box office numbers. That's going to be the problem.